the moment, the winner of the chess.com classic, Alireza Firouzja. First of all, Alireza, a huge congratulations on this incredible win. What a day of chess it was. Some incredible moments. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I feel very exhausted and I'm just happy it finished at the end, finally.
It was
It
such
felt,
an intense. Sorry, go
yeah,
on.
it felt like he wanted to play a lot of games today against me because game four he could have like or game it was game three I won the first match. He could have oh it was game four. He could have draw this endgame, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
You made such a big comeback in that game four and went on to win in the Armageddon. That was the first set, and it feels like it was already years ago. What was going on in your mind in those last few moments of game four?
I already when he had the king on e5, pawn on f5, I was like I had lost all my hopes. But yeah, then I saw this rook g3 stuff, and I was a bit optimistic. So I didn't see a clear way for him. Maybe he should have just pushed the pawns over. But yeah, it's very tricky when you're in time trouble. So yeah, somehow I managed to get a chance there. It's not an
And
easy
I want to,
position.
and you managed to convert it. I want to ask you that coming into a match, knowing that you had this Herculean task of winning against Magnus twice, what were your expectations at the beginning of the day?
I mean, it's not that I have to win because uh, in case of 2-2, we will play Armageddon. So it's not like he could make draws, and it's like still kind of not balanced, but it's not that like not a very desperate situation for me. So um, I just wanted to keep my energy mostly, but yeah, I had to use them anyway. And I was lucky that he got so tilted after the game four. He couldn't. I knew that after that he couldn't come back. Like I saw him and he was like completely out of it already.
Did you see him on camera going into the Armageddon? He was
Yeah, I mean
absolutely raging.
after it's just so annoying for him. So he could have just finished in one game. Now he has to play two games, and it's like I have huge advantage there. So last time in the chess table masters, I was always up in the first match, so it was not so much like a bad like a tragedy for him that he lost the first match. So but this time was completely different scenario.
And how did you prepare going into this match when you know that, I mean, you're playing against Magnus. The guy is in unstoppable form, uh, just seems to be winning everything. What was preparation like coming in for this big match?
Yeah, I mean now he won seven, eight tournaments in a row. So it was my motivation to stop this. And yeah, it's I played him so much that like I didn't prepare openings anymore. I'm just too tired of preparing against him. So I just played my stuff and tried to save energy in the last 2 days.
You said you played your stuff, but you did switch up from your normal knight f3 b3, which we've been seeing you employ with a lot of the candidates as well as candidates preparation in this event. We saw you go with e4 d4, so you were constantly switching up. What was the idea behind it?
Yeah, I mean my repertoire I play everything, so d4, e4, so I didn't need to switch. I just know this kind of stuff. So um, and I felt like knight f3 b3 against Magnus because he played it against me himself in one of the Armageddon games in Norway chess like 1 or 2 years ago. So I felt like he has quite experience there, and I'm comfortable with him to go to main lines because he's not like um as good as in theory as like Corona or something. So he's also you could get a game against him if you know your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And every game was an intense fight. And I want to ask you that, Alireza, do you think you and Magnus have played so many exciting blitz matches? Um, just amazing to watch you both fight it out against each other. Do you think going into Armageddon it becomes more random and perhaps the odds might favor you a bit more? Where do you think your best chances were today?
He has very good results against me in Armageddon, actually. I think I almost never beat him in Armageddons, maybe a few times, I don't remember, but I think he has a huge advantage in Armageddon in results against me. So, for instance, the last two games, I felt like I have to push with Wyatt. So I don't see myself like I have better chances in Armageddon than in normal rapid games.
Hmm. Just an incredible comeback by you, even from the perspective that from round one, you were in the elimination bracket. So every day on your last strike and going on to win every single match. Were you taking it one match at a time, or did you feel that, you know what, I've done it in the Chessable Masters, I'm still going through all the way?
Right, these four games is like four games against one person for me is a bit too tiring. So I like the two games format, and two games against new people. It's like more interesting than playing four games against same guy and then Armageddon five games. Um, so I just, for instance, against Duda the first day I was very relaxed, and that was my mistake because I knew that worst case I will go to losers bracket, but I should not relax too much. See.
So you actually enjoy playing the best of two in the elimination bracket.
Yeah, it's fun because you quickly know if you will be knocked out or you go up.
And you went all the way up and all the way through. Then how much does this tournament win mean to you, Alireza, at this point?
Yeah, it feels, of course, good to win anything. Like it's very tough. Chess is like very tough these days, and everybody is very well prepared. So, especially to win this kind of tournament is always very nice. But yeah, it's also very good preparation for the Norway chess that is coming. So, um, yeah, it's good feeling always to win a tournament.
And to do it by winning two matches against Magnus in the grand final, does that make it even more meaningful in any way?
Yeah, of course. If, for instance, it was not Magnus and I would win, it's like not a real challenge. So um, it makes it much more special. Yeah,
And with this, you punch your ticket to the grand final as well. So that's the season end final of this year's Champions Chess Tour. So the pressure's off now.
yeah. But already I had a lot of tour points, I think. So
You did.
I would have qualified because I already was second, so I get a lot of tour points. But yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. Now you can enjoy all the other tournaments without thinking about tour points or that final ticket. And Arisa, we've got some questions. Of course, the community loves watching you play, loves the final whenever, especially it's you against Magnus. And the first question that I have is actually something you referenced earlier, but it's also just taking that point forward about going all the way up from the losers bracket. It's Krishna 21234. And he's asking, do you think going through the losers bracket actually gives you confidence or a psychological edge during the grand final reset?
Yeah, of course, and it gives more nerves also. For instance, Magnus is not used to the like he was not used to if you lose, you get knocked out suddenly. So because he had always the luxury to if he could lose right a match. So and I was used to it already from 4 days. So I think that psychology is advantage, but yeah, I mean still he has very good nerves.
He is the world number one for so many years, and that's one of the many qualities. Definitely, Alireza, you also showed excellent nerves. And my next question is by Varun3750, and he wants to know that what is your favorite time control?
I think it's somewhere mixed between rapid and blitz, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes with like 10 seconds, 20 seconds increment is cool. But I think 1 hour is too much for me already.
It's too much time on the clock, but you prefer it with the increment.
Yeah, I think increment is a good thing. But I'm big hater of adding time after move 40. This is like so nonsense for me.
And which one do you think is your forte? Where do you which is your strongest time format? Where you play your best chess?
Yeah, for sure, Blitz is.
Right. And what about we've seen you with some incredible bullet brawls with our very own Daniel Naroditsky. Can we expect another one of those matchups coming up soon?
I, 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 I don't feel like playing Bullet anymore. I don't know what is it with me, but it's like, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I just don't have the motivation anymore. One more match. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Just let us all know when it's happening so we can tune into it as well. And finally, the last question.
Yeah.
The next question is by Anwej, and I'm definitely destroying that name. I'm sorry about that. But Anwej wants to know what's your favorite item to throw when you're tilting, Alireza?
Actually, I never broke anything, which is very unexpected, but um, the worst thing I done is just to do the thing with mouse, right? Just to hit the table with mouse, but I never throw things. Um, yeah, but I broke my mouse many times just to, yeah, it's, but I never throw things
Broke it out of rage or out of speed? Which one?
out of rage.
Okay. All right. Well, Alireza, today was an awesome day of chess. The fans loved it. What a fight you and Magnus put on. What a spectacular grand final, Magnus and you treated us to. And congratulations on this huge victory. And finally, just before we say goodbye to you, where can the fans watch you next?
Yeah, I will play the Norway chess. And Magnus will play also, so we have to play 2 games there, maybe 4 games because it has Armageddon. So
All right, and
it's
we're also
exciting.
looking forward to perhaps seeing you in the Hyperbullet and the Speed Chess Championship that's coming up on chess.com as well.